welcome to the second episode of the Real-Time Recap. This is our opportunity at Visual Data Systems to share with you some of the important things that have been going on in the online marketing industry, and also let you know why they're important to you. I'm Emily, and this is Lauren, and she's going to kick it off.
By now, most of you have probably heard about Pinterest. It's the number 3 biggest social media site under Facebook and Twitter, with 104 million users. The only thing that's missing from Pinterest is analytics. Well, Pinterly came out with a new website that actually has analytics for Pinterest. It's going to be a lot like Google Analytics with all the graphs, but you'll also be able to schedule your tweets and see your potential reach. Now, this is still in beta form, so it's not going to be out for a couple weeks, but look forward to seeing that.
The next thing we're going to look at is a report from Search Engine Land, and what they did was looked at a couple of the big guns in the paid advertising industry. One specifically was Efficient Frontier, who's actually owned by Adobe. And what this report focused on was the cost per click from Q1 and Q2 this year compared to last. And what this report found was that this year, the cost per click for Google was actually down, while that of Bing and Yahoo was up, which is interesting in itself. But later on in the report, I also found something else pretty interesting, and that's that 7.7% of all paid ads are clicked on through mobile devices. And I know that when I'm looking at my clients' analytics reports, and I'm sure yours are the same, the number one mobile device used to access websites is the iPad. So a lot of this 7.7%, I'm sure, is contributed to from tablets. So one of the things I would recommend is taking a look at your website on a tablet and make sure that when people are clicking on those ads, they're coming to a website that can actually be viewed on that mobile device, because then you're just throwing away money if they're not seeing something that's beneficial or they're not getting the information that you want to relay.
If you guys remember, a couple months ago, Google Plus came out with business pages. Well, this past Wednesday, they also came out with a new layout. The new stylish layout has a lot more white space on it, and the left-hand sidebar is actually customizable. Also, you notice if you go into the profile pages, there's a new image across the top that looks a little bit like the Facebook timeline. The other new features are the comment boxes, and the images in the news feed are now bigger and easier to read.
The next thing we're going to talk about are some updates made to Adwords location targeting. And what Google's trying to do right now is make it easier for advertisers to create ads that are more relevant to local searches. And this is really important because 20% of all online searches are actually related to location. So one of the things that they did, in addition to just some regular updates for usability, is that they also added zip code targeting. So you can now target users based on specific zip codes. And they also added location insertion, which allows you to easily create ads and insert a city or zip code within that ad. So now you don't have to create multiple ads for multiple areas, and it really simplifies the whole process. So I would definitely suggest you talk to whoever's in charge of your paid advertising and make sure that they're looking into location targeting.
Just another couple of short facts that we thought were interesting this week. While most of you don't like the timeline, they actually just came out with a survey that it increases engagement 149%.
And in other news, Instagram's quite popular right now for a couple of reasons. One is because it recently entered the Droid marketplace, so it's now available for Droids as well as iPhones. And two is that Facebook recently bought Instagram for $1 billion. Which is really exciting because Facebook has been pretty shoddy with the mobile uploading, and hopefully they'll get some good Instagram engineers in there to help them with things.
I think that pretty much wraps up what's going on this week. Please join us again in 2 weeks, and we'll let you know what's going on in the online marketing world.
Thanks.
Thanks.